in this car jungle. The guy in front of me jerked the brakes and I had to choose between either probably getting whiplashed from behind or turning and avoiding the car in front of me like that. So I turned and I hit a car that was passing. It wasn't a devastating crash. It was, crash of less than 5 kilometers an hour, but still a crash, a bump, a dent in the car, in both cars. The guy who I pull out to the side, and these guys stop in the middle of the street because there's nowhere else to pull up because the streets are packed. And I go out and I hope that nobody got hurt, and they say they're fine. There was a young guy and a young girl getting out of the car, and they checked for the dents and all that. It turned out to be a young couple. The guy didn't speak English, but the girl did. Normally, you'd get to some sort of arrangement or agreement on, you know what, I will pay this, you get your car fixed, I get my car fixed, and we won't need insurance. The insurance hassle, but the thing was I wasn't driving my own car, I was driving a rental car, and so I needed that, and I needed a police report and all of this stuff for the insurance when I get back to Ukraine. So we had to do the whole insurance hassle with the police involved in Moldova during peak hours. And so we drive off to the police station, which is it's not far away, but it is a drive. And we get off to the police station. The police station is really empty. It's got like bare walls and corridors and looks like a not so active hospital actually. We register our case and we're asked to go into a room where we're giving a paper, each to write our own statements. And part of the statement is pre-written already for us. And we have to copy that text as if it was our own words. And then we were just supposed to fill in the details of our specific case. And the guy says that this is because they want to make sure that these things have been covered and answered, because they have to be covered and answered by law. So the pre-made statement simply says something like, I hereby confirm that I have understood this agreement and blah, 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 blah. Yeah. When we're finished and sync up our statements, we have to go to another office where we file these statements, and the office is on the second floor and we need to wait outside for some time. And this is taking hours. It feels like that, and I feel like shit because I just ruined this nice couple's day completely. Now they have to sit in this police station for hours on end because of me. There was this silence in the corridor and it just made it worse. And then after some time, the guy goes to the nearby corridor to get coffee from the machine for his girlfriend and himself. And he comes back, and when he comes back, he hands the coffee to me actually. He's not drinking it himself, and he asks, do you want a coffee? And I will always remember that gesture. It was like such an icebreaker. It is wrong to say that it was a salvation, but it kind of felt like it, like this, you feel so bad, and then there's this, you hear angel choir or something. Oh, this guy offers this, it's like a peace tray or something. And I happily accept it, and then we three all start talking, more or less. His name is Artyom and the girl's name is Alyona, and he's driving the car as a taxi, and that's how he makes his daily bread. And now I feel even shittier because I just took away his income for the day and for some time. And she just finished university and she was going to leave for her parents the day after, so I sort of felt bad also because now I fudged up their quality time together as well. But then I asked, like, how is it that this guy knows so much about filing cases like this at the police station? I asked, has this happened to you before? Have you crashed a car before? And then he starts laughing. The girl starts laughing and he starts laughing. And then he says, yeah, 2 weeks ago. And I don't know whether to like feel shittier even or laugh. I laugh as well, but so this is quite common in Moldova. And we finally get into the police office, and I sit at one desk and Artyom sits at the other desk, and Alyona is translating for me because it's kind of complicated Russian, and the police doesn't speak English at all. And the police start asking me all kinds of questions about my marital status and, you know, doesn't she have children? What is she doing alone here? Was she driving alone? Wasn't her husband driving the car? Does she have a husband? Where's her boyfriend? Doesn't she have a boyfriend? Does she have a boyfriend? Isn't she married? And I even look at Alyona, and even Alyona thinks it's a little bit strange. Is he going to ask me for a date? Because it sort of sounded like it. What made it serious, which is in a really good way, was the fact that they actually had us do an alcometer test, you know, blowing into the pipes to show alcohol levels. And obviously we both passed that, so that was really good. I don't know why I was surprised that they did that. I'm not sure we would do that in Finland. I don't know. Maybe they would. Anyways, we file the report and we ask if we can get a copy of the report, and they say, nope, you can get the report tomorrow between 2 and 5 o'clock. I need a copy to take back with me to Ukraine for the insurance. And obviously Artyom needs a copy, so I don't know what the problem was. That I don't know what was so difficult about giving us a copy. What it was apparently very difficult. I had booked a tour to Tiraspol in Transnistria the day after. And so I figured, no shit, now I have to cancel those plans just because I have to get this police report. Me and Artyom, we'll take care of it. We'll go and get it. Don't worry about it. And I said, I can't ask you to do that. And she said, no, it's fine. It's fine. It's all good. I asked Alyona and Artyom if they would accept me buying them dinner at least for all of this shite. And I'm super happy that they accepted. And we went for dinner to a place serving Moldovan traditional food. It was very good. Very, very good. And we start talking more and more. I get to know them more and they get to know me. And at some point Artyom says, but you know what? Today I will take a day off. And so we end up spending the whole day and the whole night, the evening, together, the three of us. We get back to the Chisinau city center, Chisinau, where I'm supposed to meet my host, who obviously thought that I was a no-show and that I had cancelled my booking since I never showed up and my SIM card didn't work, so I couldn't call him. I was trying to do that. But we finally got together and I told him the story, and even he thought it was funny because he asked, who are these people, looking at Artyom and Alyona. And I said, well. And so Oleg, I suppose that's his name, I can't remember, shows the apartment. The apartment is amazing. And I'm a few euros short in cash at that particular juncture, that particular time. And so Oleg says that it's okay, you can just leave it on a table when you leave. It's fine, don't worry about it. And I thought that's cool. The trust in a foreign tourist was good. And that apartment was overlooking the Parliament House. And yes, now I could actually see those protesters, that reason why I shouldn't go into the center of the city because it's dangerous. Honestly, it's like a market. It was a bunch of people, poor people, camping outside of the House of Parliament because, let's say, they had been allegedly paid by a politician in opposition to pretend to be his supporters and protesting outside of the city hall or government building, whatever. And so they were all camping there. Apparently this is quite common there. Quite common meaning that it happens every now and then. And that was it. It was completely peaceful. I mean, at night they didn't make a riot or racket or anything. They were peaceful and quiet, and, you know, they were old people, young people, children, you know, families. We walk around in the capital city of Moldova, and they tell me all about Moldova and the towns and the villages outside the capital, about the capital and, you know, how they grew up. One thing they told me was that a lot of Moldovans have several passports. They might have as many as 3 passports. 1 Moldovan, 1 Russian, and 1 Romanian, which is an EU passport. That's pretty good. And they say that to many Moldovans, it's sort of a transit country where you maybe go and work somewhere else and then come back. So around town, there are these machines scattered around town where you can pay bills and order stuff, probably refill your SIM card, and I wouldn't be surprised if you can declare your taxes on them. You can do everything on them. And we're supposed to pay the fine for the police, because you have to pay a fine when you take up a case at the police station. So we try to enter all the info we got from the police, but the machine won't accept. Apparently there's a number missing, and in the morning I go to the bank, stressed out of my mind, to get the fine paid. But after standing in line for 40 minutes, I'm left with, sorry, no can do, the case number is not valid. And the number, it turns out, is on the other side of the paper in handwriting, because it's a foreign car and not registered in Moldova, and that makes it a different type of case. That's what the police explained to Artyom and Alyona when they were getting the report. And nobody had said this when they gave the fine in the first place. Because I have to start my trip back to Ukraine at 5 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. Part of the deal of taking the car abroad was to give exact dates on exit and entry from and to Ukraine. It's a long drive back to Kiev. I call up Artyom, and he actually finds a bank somewhere in the outskirts. And he drives his car, takes me to the bank, we pay the fine, and everything is hunky-dory after that. And I remember I felt like Mount Everest just rolled off of my shoulders. I was so relieved. Alyona and Artyom have spent so much time on me already. I'm so happy, and I asked him, like, can I please take you to dinner now? Alyona has already gone to her parents. We go to this Gruzhan, this Georgian restaurant, which is amazing, and it's sort of in the suburbs of Chisinau. And after which Artyom buys me a coffee from a coffee truck outside of the restaurant. They served drinks, alcoholic and alcohol-free, coffee drinks and coffees. It was really good. It was really nice. And we walk around in this suburb area where there are a lot of playgrounds and families with kids and everything. So I get to see that part of the city as well. That was really nice. Altogether, like, that stay and those days were very intense, very stressful, very intense, but oh, so rewarding. You get to know yourself in those stressful moments as well. They're really worth it. And I'm really glad I managed to do this, although I was anxious and felt discouraged by all the discouragement from all the people. Don't go there, don't do this, don't do that, don't rent a car, don't drive at night, you're not gonna make it, it's a long way, are you sure you shouldn't be doing that, stay home, why don't you just go to a... So I'm thanking myself right now. Thank you for fucking everybody's stupid discouragement and doing it anyway. That was it. And early in the morning, I drove off, leaving beautiful, sunny, glorious Moldova behind me and re-entering Ukraine.